Hey guys. So today is a Monday update. I was trying to think of something catchy that starts with an M, so like for alliteration or something. Not Manic Monday. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But hi, it's another Monday. I don't. Pretty sure I didn't. Did I do? I don't think I did a update last week because it really wasn't much new. I mean, there's probably stuff I could have said about like how her week was, but I mean, there wasn't anything new really. But I have a couple things since last Monday that have happened. So, just a couple little things, I think. Actually, tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, Wednesday, this Wednesday, Gwen has an eye appointment, so I'll probably be telling you a little bit about that. I don't know if there's anything new I'll find out, really. It's mainly just a checkup of sorts, I think. But she has that on Wednesday morning, and my mom's gonna come here because of COVID. My mom's gonna come here, and she's gonna drive, I think, there to the eye doctor and sit in the car with. Okay, Peppy decided to join me. But my mom's gonna go with me. She's gonna drive us, and she's gonna sit in the car with Annika while I take Gwen into her appointment. And yeah, so anyway, so that's gonna happen, which is nice. It'll be nice to hang out with my mom a little bit and stuff, and have the girls, and it'll all be fun and good. And usually when we go out of town together to like one of Gwen's appointments or whatever, we usually get Chick-fil-A on the way back, or not Chick-fil-A, Cane's on the way back, because I rarely ever get to go to Cane's, and so that's like, we go right by a Cane's, so it's very convenient and yummy and nice. So anyway, I have 2 updates, I think, this week, and I can tell you kind of side things too, but the main updates, one of the last updates I gave you, I think I told you, pretty sure I told you, was that Gwen had been denied the Medicaid because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I told you, because pretty much we're over income. Oh, sorry, I need to go to bed soon. I definitely need to go to bed soon. But we're over income, so they denied it, I guess. Well, a couple weeks ago, I talked to, and I think this is something I just didn't say it would have been last week's update, I think. But it wasn't a big enough deal, I don't think, so I didn't figure it was a big enough deal, so I didn't say anything, I don't think. But, I always think of that when I say, anyway, I talked with the, like, our team, I guess, with the lady from Help Me Grow, and the lady that I actually just recently found out that she's not with this other lady. The main lady I work with isn't from Help Me Grow. She's from the Marion Developmental Disabilities group. I don't remember what it's called, but Marion something Developmental Disabilities. I don't know. Anyway, I talked with those 2 people that I kind of work with, mainly the developmental lady. I talked to them 2 weeks ago Wednesday, so not last Wednesday, it was the week before, or yeah, the Wednesday before last week. Yeah, that. But I talked to them both that week, and we were kind of trying to decide what we wanted to do. I might be repeating myself. I feel like I've talked about this already, but maybe not. I don't know. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. You can skip ahead if I am. But one of the options, since we're running out of, we have about a month, maybe less, of OT left. PT is ran out. Speech will eventually run out. So they put Gwen on the waiting list for this, I don't remember what it's called. They probably told me at least a few times. But there's some towns, some hospitals, or whatever you want to call it, some like PT, some therapy places that participate in this special thing where you can get like 55, I think they said, free sessions of therapy. And it sounds like it's like all together, so like 55 all together, not 55 of each. So Marion isn't part of that, but there's a town about a half hour away that is, and so they put us on the waiting list, put Gwen on the waiting list to be part of that, and that could maybe last at least till the end of the year-ish. We could figure out something new for next year if we need to. But also, if you are under a certain income, you could get more than the 55, they said. So they were looking into that. They were also going to get a hold of the lady, her name's Linda, that's in charge of the Medicaid stuff, in charge of that area. They're going to get a hold of her and see what we need to do to appeal the Medicaid decision thing. And so, yeah, and then we talked about a couple other options, I think. But this last Wednesday, and again, it's Monday right now, the most recent Wednesday, I talked to Angie, just Angie, and she said that Sue, the other lady, had talked to Linda and explained Gwen's situation and everything, and Linda, the lady that's part of the Medicaid thing, she was going to put in a referral for Gwen, which is super exciting and super, it's definitely a good thing. So hopefully we'll be hearing from them, and she'll get the Medicaid, hopefully. We have about a month or so until we're able to get, if we get on that, if we start the other therapy. But I'm hoping we'll hear from Medicaid before then, but we'll see. So that's what that is. The other thing that we kind of had recently, that I mentioned, the genetic situation, we had the results and stuff for Gwen that I explained. I finally heard from them today about Brett and I getting tested, because they told us at that evaluation that they'd be getting a hold of us for Brett and I to get tested. It's been at least a month since then. I just can't get comfortable. I'm sorry, I keep moving. But she finally called me this morning, and I didn't really understand what exactly she was saying. But she ended up saying that I needed to contact the insurance to see if they would pay for it or how much they were going to pay and stuff. And like asked if I wanted to check that before moving forward with getting the testing. And I was like, yeah, I think I'll do that. Because, like, I mean, if they're not going to cover and we have to pay the full, which she told me the exact price, but it's over $1,000. It's not going to happen. We're not going to be able to pay $1,000, over $1,000, period, let alone for each of us to pay that amount, like, for each test, for 2 tests. So I called the insurance. Oh, and she gave me like a few like codes, a few different like things and numbers that I was supposed to tell the insurance. So I called the insurance. I was on the phone with them for a little while. Sorry, I can't stop yawning. I woke up a little early this morning. But I was on with her for a little while trying to figure that out. Just trying to make sure I understood what she was saying and stuff. But in the end, she pretty much told me that, they pay, like, if they covered it for Gwen, which I'm pretty sure they did, if they covered it for Gwen, getting the genetic testing, according to the codes that I gave her, it sounds like that we should be covered, related to the codes, I don't know. We should be covered, as long as we get the as long as we get our blood work, get the testing done in a, I always forget what the word is, but in network, that's what it is. As long as we get the testing done in network, which is like at a place, as long as we get the testing done at a place that the insurance covers. There's some places that the insurance doesn't like communicate with or whatever, so it has to be in like a place that the insurance is like linked up with. And Nationwide Children's is one of those places, and that's where Gwen got hers. And I found out something new today, that there's apparently a like close to home nationwide blood work, whatever you want to call it, laboratory thing here in Marion where I live. So that's awesome. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I called the insurance and I called the lady back and told her, and she's like, okay, well, then you can just go to any Nationwide. I'm not sure which is closest to you, and that's when she mentioned the one here in Marion, which I didn't realize there was one here, but like just the laboratory. But she's like, you can go to whatever one's closest to you and just go get that done. We'll be sending the stuff to them, and like it should be fine. But like just wait a few days because they're going to be sending it through. And so I was like, so we'll probably wait. I told Brett and stuff. I told Brett today, and we'll probably wait till like next week or so and go get the blood work done. So that's super exciting. Was that the first thing or the second thing? I think that was the second thing. The first thing was, I'm just blinking. I think that was the second thing. The first thing was the Medicaid. That was the first thing. And then the second thing is this genetic thing. So those are the two main things. As a third-ish thing, it's not like a big deal, but just as some like extra information, I'm gonna try to start. It'll really be nice if if I'm just at home, either selling baked goods, like I'm trying to do, or whatever I manage to do. If we somehow just manage to do okay money-wise at home without me working, but I'd like to have more of a schedule if that ends up being the case. If I can just be home and don't have to go to the church and stuff, because that really messes up things. Today I didn't really get anything done. I didn't even get to work with Gwen, which I feel really bad about. I mean, she had OT, but I didn't really get to work with her personally, because we just, between her eating and napping and me working and her being at therapy, and she had to get a bath tonight because I wanted to give her a bath anyway, but she got mac and cheese everywhere, and I got like no working with her done, or really even playing with her. We did read books before bed, but we just didn't get I didn't spend a whole lot of time with either of the girls, like just sitting and doing stuff, so I feel bad about that. But anyway, what I do want to do, as things currently are, and it'll probably be more in detail if I'm able to stop working, or eventually I will be stopping working at the church, probably by the end of this year, just because they have different things that they want there, and it's just getting harder for me to work there and stuff with the girls and stuff. But I went through the books. Well, first of all, I'm going to try to do at least a half-hour PT a day, where like I'm working with her, like trying to work on standing, walking, crawling up and down the stairs, getting from her knees into a standing position, getting her used to kind of walking. Right now she just kind of swings her legs, but we'll work on that. Just get her used to walking, get her used to crawling up and down the stairs, kind of crawling on things. I think if she can crawl up and down the stairs, she'll be able to crawl, do more, like climb. If she's able to climb up and down the stairs, she'll be able to probably move that climbing skill to other things, I would think. And then the walking and stuff. So that I want to do that at least a half hour a day. If I can get a half hour, and I'll be happy. And then I want to do a half hour of learning other stuff. So in that half hour, the second half hour, it doesn't have to all be at the same time. the PT in the other half hour. Doesn't have to be the same time. But during the like second half hour that I'm talking about, I'm gonna have at least some OT in there. Maybe not a specific amount of time, but she can do OT while doing other stuff. Like she could have like a shape sorter and be like working on OT, putting things through like the specific shaped holes, and also learning about the shapes or the colors of the shapes as she's doing these. I went through the books today that I have, and you can't really see from here very well, but over there I have that's like Brett and I's books. So some of Brett and I's books are upstairs. But that shelf is like stories, and under there is stories. And then next to that down here is this shelf is like all Bible and like religion related stuff and all that. And then the one next to it, the one on the very end, on the bottom, is all learning books and stuff. So I'll like pick out a book or two of there, and we'll kind of go through the book and just kind of like talk about the shapes or whatever words are in there, animals, whatever. It's all different kinds of things. Shapes, seasons, animals, all that jazz. And so I have that. I also have some puzzles over there in this. I might give you a better tour of that later, but there's some puzzles in this top corner up here, and then in this thing, actually there's puzzles up there, and there's a couple sets of flashcards, and then the one underneath that in like a drawer thing, I think right now I just have a couple of sets of bears, colored bears, that you can kind of do some color sorting, and those are going to be really good in the future as they get older, to do all our kids that we end up having, to do counting, to do patterns, which I remember doing like patterns and stuff in elementary school with like the bears and stuff, to do counting, to do patterns, to do like addition and subtraction, and it gets me all excited thinking about that. So we have those in that tub. In the very bottom corner over there, there's a blue tub that has a few different things. Has a few different things in it. There's some animals, like plastic animals, to kind of work on animals. There's like these pumpkins that are probably like laminated paper pumpkins that I'll probably use for like a pumpkin rhyme and like counting. And then my mom, that's like that tub my mom brought, and one of the sets of bears my mom brought, and then she brought a couple little puzzle things just recently. Well, my dad brought them today for my mom. And then there's some foam blocks, and we can work on that with as far as PT, or as far as OT stuff goes too, with like her stacking things on top. So I'm really excited to start working on this stuff, like super excited. And I just got the stuff from my mom today that my dad brought. How long is this? Okay. I just got the stuff today that my dad brought from my mom, and then I ordered a thing of flashcards and one of the sets of bears that I just got yesterday, Sunday, and I haven't got to work on any of it today because I've been working at the church. I worked 4 hours at the church today because I want to get the offices done, and I wanted to get the big classroom done, because those are all going to be used the rest of the week. Or those two rooms, the two offices and the big kids classroom are going to be used the rest of the week for like the pastor and his wife work in the offices, Dad and Erica, and their daughters are usually especially their younger daughter, are usually in the big kids room, and I don't want to be like in there when they're trying to do school stuff, because they're doing like homeschool and stuff. So I figured I'd get those done today, but it took me like 4 hours. Which is a good chunk of my week, or a good chunk of like the 10 hours I need to get done, but because I didn't spend much time with Gwen. So hopefully I'll get to spend more time with her tomorrow. She would have PT tomorrow, but she doesn't have it right now because she ran out of PT. So she has speech tomorrow. I'll be spending a lot of time at the church, and then I'll have the meeting, and then we'll go to at 3:30 she'll have her speech. So that's kind of that. what was I gonna, oh yeah, and she has that appointment on Wednesday. So I probably won't have gotten the blood test done yet by next Monday, because I'm gonna wait till next week sometime to do it. We might have to go and do it Friday, like next Friday, but that's going to be happening. So I'm going to stop talking here. It's probably way too long already, but I'm really excited about starting to do like school stuff with her, and like what I call school stuff, just like really early plays, school stuff, working on stuff with Gwen. So yay. Okay, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll update you again next week. Toodles.